As you can see, I have a small garden in my backyard. You're the only one allowing your child to play in my yard. Children should play outside. That's what makes them healthy. It was your choice to create a garden in your backyard. Children shouldn't be punished for your decisions. It's so tiring to talk to someone as unreasonable as you.
Trouble Busters!
My name is Helen, and I've been married to my husband, Alan, for 5 years. We have a daughter together, and her name is Melanie. She is very unique and cute. We love her so much. Melanie, you're home.
Dad and I found a beetle in the park on our way home. Can we keep it as a pet?
A beetle? Alan, you brought another insect to our home?
Yep, Melanie and I both love insects.
Mommy, please! I'm already in love with it.
All right, but you two are in charge of taking care of it. I don't like insects.
Leave it to us. I used to have beetles as pets too when I was a child. I'm really good at taking care of them.
Okay, I get it. You're the expert. Will you go take a bath so that we can have dinner together when you get out? I made steaks.
Yippee! Daddy, let's go take a bath together.
Yes, let's go.
I loved spending time with my family. For Melanie's last year of kindergarten, Melanie and I were invited to go on trips with the other students. I get along with most of the other parents, except for one mom. Her name is Sarah. Thanks for coming to pick us up. My driver took the day off, so I couldn't have him drive us today. I wish that you had rented a more spacious car. It's a little too crowded in here. We didn't rent the car. This belongs to my husband. We're the ones doing you a favor. Can't you be polite for once? I'm sorry, but we live in different worlds. I can't be polite to someone that is clearly lower than me in social class. I see. Sarah was acting like the queen as usual. She was one of the richest families in our neighborhood. And she had no problem letting everyone know how important she was. We couldn't go against her. None of us really liked her. But we didn't want any trouble, so we hung out with her sometimes to keep things peaceful. I tried to be friendly with her, but in reality, I didn't like her.
Mommy, I'm hungry.
Aaron, sweetie, are you hungry? Do you have anything for Aaron to eat? Well, I have some bread that I bought at the convenience store this morning. Well, hand it over then. Aaron, here you go. I hope that you like it.
I don't want it. It doesn't look good.
Damn, I didn't like Sarah, but her son was no better. Do you have anything else? I have a few snacks that I prepared for us to eat in the afternoon. Okay, we'll have that then. What? I'm saving them for the afternoon. Well, Aaron is hungry and he can't wait. Just give it to him.
Could you please not eat that just yet? I'd prefer that you don't eat anything in my car. I don't want you to dirty my car.
I don't care about your stupid rule. You shouldn't force others to play by your rules.
Well, this is my car, and I think that I have the right to...
Will you just be quiet and concentrate on driving?
I can't believe her condescending behavior.
Sarah and Aaron continued to act this way for the entire ride. Aaron spilled crumbs and touched the inside of the car with his greasy fingers. Once we got to the campsite, Aaron threw rocks at our car and got it scratched. Of course, Sarah didn't apologize for Aaron's bad behavior. After we got back from our trip, I decided to cut ties with Sarah. But I still had to talk to her sometimes when I saw her at kindergarten. One day, I had a gathering for Melanie's kindergarten friends and their mothers. I had no choice but to invite Sarah. Long time no speak. Why are you avoiding me? You're being rude to me. I've been nothing but good to you. It's your superior attitude that gets me. Will you stop allowing Aaron to run around in my backyard? As you can see, I have a small garden in my backyard. You're the only one allowing your child to play in my yard.
Children should play outside. That's what makes them healthy. It was your choice to create a garden in your backyard. Children shouldn't be punished for your decisions. It's so tiring to talk to someone as unreasonable as you.
I've had enough. Will you let Aaron know that he shouldn't step on my vegetables and flowers?
Okay, fine. I can't believe that a commoner like you has such a nice garden.
My husband takes care of our garden.
Can we have a barbecue in your yard next week?
No, we can't.
Why not? You have plenty of room.
I said no, and you can't change my mind. I don't want to be a nuisance to our neighbors, and I don't want you near our garden. Besides, we're planning a family trip next weekend.
Well, I guess if you're busy.
I was surprised that Sarah didn't put up a fight. I checked our garden after all the guests had left. To my horror, Aaron had trampled all over my vegetables and flowers. I called Sarah right away. Sarah, I'm calling about our garden. Aaron was playing in it earlier, and it seems that he stepped all over the vegetables and flowers. I'd like to ask you to pay us for the damages.
Pay you? What are you saying? I shouldn't have to pay for anything. Besides, you say vegetables and flowers like they are so important, but it's just a hobby, right? I'm not responsible for any of it. Why don't you buy some new seeds?
Aaron stepped on our garden and destroyed everything. If you're not going to take any responsibility, I'm going to have a word with your husband.
Don't bring my husband into this. Fine, I'll buy you some new seeds. Are you happy now?
Buying us seeds is not going to resolve this. You need to take more responsibility for your son's actions.
If I buy you some seeds, you can regrow your garden and we'll both be happy, won't we? But don't expect me to take your side if you find yourself in trouble one day.
I didn't care whether Sarah was my friend or not. Melanie was going to graduate from kindergarten soon, and I wouldn't have to deal with Sarah any longer. But Sarah wasn't going to let me get away with having the upper hand. She found a way to get back at me. The following weekend, our family was away on a trip. During our trip, I received a message from Sarah. She sent me a photo of her and Aaron having a barbecue in our backyard. Unbelievable. What is this? What are you doing in my home?
I'm making good use of your yard to have a barbecue.
You're trespassing.
I live in a high-rise apartment, so I can't have a barbecue even if I wanted to. What do you care? You're not even home.
That's besides the point. I'm worried that you're going to start a fire or do something terrible. And think about the neighbors. The smoke will be a disturbance to them.
I'm not stupid enough to start a fire.
You're trespassing, and I can call the police and have you arrested.
Don't try to scare me by threatening me with the police.
If you don't leave now, I will call the police.
You've ruined all the fun. Fine, we'll leave.
You'd better clean up before you go. A few minutes later, I received another message from Sarah.
I'm in trouble, Helen.
She then sent me a disturbing photo. It was a photo of my house on fire. What have you done? Call the fire station and police!
Aaron knocked down the barbecue grill. He didn't mean to, and he's only a child. So you can't be mad, right?
After receiving this message, I was fuming. Sarah had no idea about the gravity of what she had done. Instead of calling the police like she should have, Sarah continued to message me with updates of my house. I was in shock that my house was on fire. But when I got a closer look at the photos Sarah had sent me, I realized something. I thought of a great way to teach Sarah a big lesson for what she had done. I'm not going to let her get away with this. Trouble busters. Let me just say one thing.
What is it?
The house that is burning isn't mine.
Huh?
You've set fire to the house of my next-door neighbor.
That's not possible.
My house is next door. Go see for yourself. Our house has a garden in the backyard, remember? My husband's already called the fire station and notified our next-door neighbor about the fire that you started. Luckily, no one was home or hurt, but our neighbors are on their way home now.
Your homes look identical.
Yes, they do.
It's not my fault for not being able to tell the houses apart. This is all your fault.
How can you blame me for what happened? I wasn't even home. You should know that our neighbor owns a lot of unique and expensive furniture. I hope that you haven't set those on fire too.
Oh no.
They imported all their furniture from overseas. I wonder how much they spent on the interior alone.
Who is going to pay for all that?
You, of course. The police are going to question you about how you started the fire. You won't get away with this. You already sent me the photos as evidence, so all I have to do now is share them with the police.
We're friends, remember? You should be taking my side.
We were never friends, and you know it. You should worry about the large payment that is coming your way. But you're rich, unlike me, so I guess that it won't be a big deal for you.
I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't my fault. You should have just offered to let me use your house for the barbecue. Then we wouldn't be in this situation now. This is all your fault. I had nothing to do with this.
You can't deny the facts. Besides, everything that you did is recorded in the security camera.
What security camera?
Our street is not so safe, so we have security cameras installed. I checked our security camera and we have you on tape.
You've invaded my privacy. I can sue you for this.
Go ahead. I won't mind. I'll see you in court then. You're not getting away with this. The fire truck and police arrived to my neighborhood right away, and they extinguished the fire. As I had expected, Sarah fled from the scene. So I submitted the photos from Sarah and the security camera footage as evidence to the police. Sarah was then arrested. My next-door neighbor told me later that the damages to their house totaled to at least $1 million. Although Sarah claimed to be rich, this amount was not something that she could pay back in one go, so she had to go into debt. After the incident, Sarah's husband left her and took Aaron with him. Sarah finally realized what she had done, and she went around and apologized to everyone in the neighborhood. We also apologized to my neighbor for what Sarah had done to their house, but they were very understanding. Trouble Busters.